Hey folks, if you enjoyed what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, click the bell for notifications. Also consider supporting us on Patreon for exclusive perks, and check out our Arts and Media podcast, Words Like That, on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Alright, now shut up and get to it.
Can't have no words like that. Words like that. No, no, no.
Alright, this is Home Free. This will be a double reaction. We're going to check out the 2014 version first from their first album, Crazy Life. And this is an original, from my understanding, co-written by Tim. Let's go.
I've seen rain on the Mississippi Delta.
Nice.
I've seen the sunrise on Baton Rouge.
Nice. This is my neck of the woods, Mississippi and
But
Baton
of all
Rouge.
the things these eyes have seen, baby, nothing compares to you.
Yeah.
Well, I heard some tales from an old man in Jackson
Jackson.
about a sacred
capital
place
city.
in Tennessee, where music fills the air and love is everywhere. A boy like me could never leave. Yeah, you know me, I had to see it for myself.
This is good. This is
So
good. All
I
right,
hit
let's stop
the
right there.
road and
I said here not too long ago there was an original we were checking out, and I talked about how great the original material was and that I'd like to listen to more of it. And I didn't know when I put I've Seen on the poll that it was an original. I thought maybe it was a cover of a country cover or something I didn't know. And I also didn't know that it was a remake of one they had done 10 years ago. I'd just seen it because it was one of their more recent releases. So I went back and I'm checking out the original version first. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to stay tuned because I'm going to be comparing that to the new version after. But this was co-written by Tim, from my understanding. If that's wrong, you can correct me in the comments. And it is just really great commercial songwriting. And I say that commercial songwriting meaning that it's got the chord progression and a melody and a theme, and the literal lyrics to it are very accessible, very hooky, something you can sing along to. But whenever I say it's great, I mean it's not cliche. And it takes skill to be able to write a song like that, and Tim and his co-writers are nailing it here. I love the visuals here. Somebody who's from the South, from Southwest Mississippi, starts out talking about the Mississippi Delta, which is about 3 hours from where I am. That's not exactly my specific region, but I've been there. Baton Rouge, that's actually a little bit closer. It's in Louisiana. It's about a 2-hour drive from my house. And somebody from this area who's been to all these places, immediately I can just see everything. And he mentioned Jackson, that's my capital city, and he said somebody in Jackson told him about this magical place in Tennessee, or whatever the lyric was there, music and love, and that's Nashville, obviously. And then he's telling this story about that he had to go there because he is a musician, and he had to go check this place out. But we've already got in the song, he said at the beginning, that regardless of all these places he's seen, nothing compares to you. And I'm deducing that's his love, his wife, his girlfriend. And it could be applied other ways. I don't know if have to go back and look, but I'm not sure if there were lyric specific that made it where it was exactly a woman or a love interest. It could be a different place, his home place, or it could be some other person in his life. But so far, that's what I'm getting here. But yeah, this is a great songwriting. Of course, vocally, it sounds great as always. Let's get back to it.
Took your heart along, and those cowboys played those strings in ways I've never seen. But I only heard your song. I've seen rain on the Mississippi Delta. I've seen the sunrise on Baton Rouge.
Great chorus. Very strong.
Of all the things these eyes have seen, baby, nothing compares to you.
Okay, but baby, nothing compares to you. That definitely, it's going to be a romantic anthem.
Now night is falling on this crazy little town.
I like the usage of the touring footage and some live footage of him doing this song live too. Very, very effective for the video.
I'm headed out the door, 'cause I know that all I need is you right here with me. And I'm not leaving anymore. I've seen rain on the Mississippi Delta. I've seen the sunrise on Baton Rouge. But of all the things,
Sounds like I hear some strings here. Is that somebody doing that vocally, or is that they actually pulling a little synth or something here?
baby, nothing compares to you.
I think that's also vocal.
Compares to you. Baby, nothing compares to you.
Nice. Yeah, great ending too there. Yeah, that was excellent. Great songwriting from Tim and his co-writers on this. And as we went along there, it definitely became obvious. It was 100%. This was his wife, his girlfriend, his love, whoever he had left back home. And it's a nice romantic song. Again, the chorus, really strong songwriting. It's got a nice hook to it. The melody is easy to sing along with. And the idea, anybody who's been on the road or had to be away from home before, even if you're going to all these great, wonderful places, if you're the kind of person that loves what's back home waiting for you, no matter how great these grandiose sights are, you're still going to long for being back home, being back with the person you love. Great songwriting. Vocally on this one, this is one of those ones where you just forget that there's no band. There's nobody playing musical instruments, although I did hear one that sounded like maybe could have been some synth, but I don't think so. I think maybe with Adam Rupp doing some stuff with his vocalizations there, but it just sounded like there was a full band with them, and it's not. It's five guys and their voices. Yeah, absolutely fantastic from top to bottom. Probably one of my favorite originals I've heard from them, and I hope to check out, of course, their entire catalog, but definitely some more originals soon. Now, let's compare this to the new version. This is the 2024 version that they did, home freeze version. I've talked about this before. I think that's genius, going back and remaking these a la Taylor Swift so that they own the rights to these recordings and these videos and can control them. I think that's great. Let's do it.
I've seen rain on the Mississippi Delta.
Wow, you can really tell Tim's voice is
sunrise on Baton Rouge.
They had got a fully produced video of this one.
But of all the things these eyes have seen, baby, nothing compares to you. Well, I heard some tales from an old man in Jackson about a sacred place in Tennessee. where music fills the air and love is everywhere.
Sacred place in Tennessee it was. I said magical earlier.
A boy like me could never leave. You know me, had to see it for myself. So I hit the road and took your heart along.
Stuff that right there, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy just having listened to the original version, which was obviously was an older track. We knew that going in, but I don't think, whenever I think about Home Free, I think about the only real difference in the voices between then and now. Yeah, maybe they're a little bit more developed in their pitch control, tone a little bit, but overall they've been solid for the last 10 years, and they're solid today. They're solid 10 years ago and solid today. But I didn't realize really how much Tim's voice really has, as great as it sounded 10 years ago. Here, I feel like his control is so much better. I feel like his tone's better, and it's not just the processing. Yes, their newer stuff has more processing on the vocals to make it line up and everything be tighter. And you could argue, well, it's better with the organic. I do prefer the organic sound. Less processing, the better for me personally. But Tim's voice, it's not just the additional processing that's making him sound even better than he was 10 years ago. You can just tell that he has better control of his vocals. Yeah, this is sounding really good. I also like we got a fully produced video. As much as I loved just the live footage that they were using and the road footage, and I thought that was very effective for that video. I know it had to be cost effective for production for sure, but I do like seeing a fully produced video where you've got this singer-songwriter with his guitar leaving the girl, headed to Nashville. Yeah, really, really great. Both versions.
And those cowboys played those strings in ways I've never seen. But I only heard your song. I've seen rain on the Mississippi Delta. I've seen the sunrise on Baton Rouge. But of all the things these eyes have seen, baby, nothing compares to you.
I feel like everything's kind of beefier here again. I have to go back and now listen more close to the
Now
original.
night is falling on this crazy little town, and I'm headed out the door.
And the backing vocals sound fuller. I don't know if they've got more overdubs or if it's just because Chance is now in the mix. I don't know, because it was Chris previously, who's great, but Chance may make them sound a little bit fuller, or it could just be some of the processing and mixing.
'Cause I know that all I need is you right here with me, and I'm not leaving anymore. I've seen rain on the Mississippi Delta. I've seen the sunrise on Baton Rouge.
Whoever's doing the bass, whether that's Tim overdubbing or whether that's Chance overdubbing,
All the things
sound like a guitar, straight up guitar.
baby, nothing compares to you. No, nothing compares to you. Baby, nothing compares to you.
Yeah, nice. Came back home. Great effects there on the video too.
Thank y'all so much for watching our music video for I've Seen.
Oh wow, they haven't
A song I wrote
done
about
one of these
15
in their
years
new
ago
ones.
with Joe Bellotta and Henry O'Neill.
Wow, okay.
And actually the first song line that Home Free ever performed.
It was the first song I ever heard from yours at all.
Wow.
I love this song.
I like that they're at the end because we haven't gotten in some of their newer videos. It's been a long time since I've seen on their newer stuff where they have a stinger at the end like that and plug the Patreon stuff. Most of the newer videos the last couple of years haven't had that. I do love whenever I hear from them, particularly Tim telling here about this was 15 years ago that he wrote this song, and Austin talking about it was actually the first song of Tim's he'd ever heard, and this was the first song, Tim said this was the first song of his that Home Free ever performed. Great behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, love this song. Love both versions. I'm not sure which one I preferred. I'm not sure which one was quote unquote better. I do feel like the first one was a little bit more organic in the vocal sounds because it wasn't as processed. But also the voices even taken off the processing in the second one. I feel like Tim's voice was, you could tell he was more mature and more controlled, as good as he was 10 years ago. Yeah, I like both. It's really hard to pick one on this one, particularly because both of the videos were strong. I love the first one where it was actually Home Free on the road with this, and then the second one where they actually had a fully produced, where this singer-songwriter packs up, goes to Nashville, ends up coming back home. They're going to cut it with the band performing, which is more of a traditional music video type format. Yeah, both good. I'm gonna give this one a toss-up. Both really good versions. And next time we have one of these, I think I missed one, Your Man. I think they had done an older version of, and I did the new version thinking that they had just done the new one. I'm going to make sure I double check next time so we can do some more of these comparison videos if they've done an older version or now remade it as their own. But anyway, yeah, love this. Love listening to the versions back to back, and we'll have some more of those soon. Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you did, consider supporting us on Patreon for the full episode. Subscribe to YouTube if you hadn't already, and we'll see you soon.